Right, I've got it set up so I can find the centre. So what I'll do is I'll find the centre and then I'll put a chamfer bit in, chamfer off the 4 edges, and then I'll drill out the centre. So this piece, that piece will then fit in the centre. It'll all become clear as the build goes along. Right, I found the centre, I've set up the chamfer bit. If I move 18mm this way, I'll be past the edge with the centre of the chamfer. I've set my height, so now I can just come around and chamfer off all of those little edges. Right, that's done. So what I've done is, because I've got the centre, I've come out 18mm on every side, kept the tool height the same, and I've given a nice equal chamfer all the way around. Right, I've got to drill a hole now, 55mm deep. Right, I'm not really sure how this is going to go because it's sticking out quite a bit. I've got no way of supporting it, so I've slowed it right down, and let's see if we can get this drill going in there. Oh, in case you're wondering why I have moved over to the lathe, it's because this is the biggest drill I've got and I ran out of height on my mill. My mill's just not big enough to get the height to drill this 16mm hole out, so the only option I've got for drilling the hole is to do it on the lathe, which should be okay. It's just got a fair bit of stick out on both the drill and the workpiece, but I've slowed it down anyway, and as it turned out, it didn't go too bad, and then I finished it off with a boring bar. Well, that didn't go too bad so far. So let's get a bigger drill in there now. Alright, because to get the depth I've got to stick the tool out a little bit more, but there we go. If that's what it's got to be, that's what it's got to be. Well, I'm really pleased how that went, considering how far that's sticking out and how far I've got the tool sticking out. That went really well. Right, I've got to drill a couple of holes now in there. This one just goes through the aluminium. This one will go through the centre steel as well. And they line up with a couple of bolt holes on the back. Right, from there I've got to go 64.95 millimeters in this direction. Also going to put a clamp on there. Right, the reason I'm putting a clamp on there is because I don't want this to start coming out once I start drilling through the steel part of it. Right, that's the two clearance holes drilled through to be able to bolt it onto the back. Right, that's that part complete. Got the holes there, fixing it onto the back of the vise. We've got this in, that's drilled all the way through, so that'll hold this shaft in, which is quite a tight fit anyway. So now I've just got to do the opposite holes in this piece. I'll probably chamfer it first while I've got the chamfer bit in. Drill the two opposite holes in there, slit them with the saw, put some through holes for clamping, and that's the next operation. Flip it around, do the other side. I'll just have to deburr this first. Yeah, right, not quite sure what's happened there. I think we've probably blown a fuse somewhere. Right, just investigate this and then I'll be back. Right, I found a fuse and we're back up and running. To try and be not so greedy this time, take it a bit easy. Let's get on. Right, it's time to swap out the chuck for the boring bar. I'll do that and then I'll be right back. Right, I'm just going to set the cutter up. Now how I do it to start with, when I've got a hole to start like that, I'll just move it visually so that the edge of the cutter is on the edge of the hole, and then I'll spin it up, see what it looks like, and then of course to increase the size of the hole you have to slacken these adjustments off, and this screw here moves the head backwards and forwards or side to side, whatever you want, and that increases the size of the hole. So we'll increase that by I normally do them by 1/4 of a turn until we get to where we need to be. Not sure about that cutter, there's something not quite right about that. I'm just going to swap the cutter out. Right, that's that one done. Just going to flip it round, do the other one. I'm not going to film that, there's no point, you've already seen one. Right, that's the 2 offset holes drilled. We'll put a slot down here now and a slot down here, and then I've got to drill a hole in there and a hole in there with a clearance hole halfway, and then a tap the other halfway, and then a bolt will go in there. Probably use a finger bolt on that. Anyway, that's how it's coming on so far. So at the moment sort of goes So at the moment it's going like that. I've lost a bit. And this piece will go into there like that eventually. So it's like that. And then this piece I'll drill a hole through there, and that will have a rod going through there which will form the vice stop. But we've got a little bit further to go yet, but we're getting there. Right, that's the slots. I can't get any further in here because that's the biggest biggest saw I've got. If necessary, I'll make an extended slot on the bandsaw. But anyway, I'll drill some holes in here and drill and tap it, and then we'll be ready for assembly. No, we won't. We've still got the rod to do, so ignore that. We won't be ready for assembly. We haven't even got to the rod. Right, going to drill the tap in size all the way through, and then I'm going to drill the clearance hole just on this half. Right, that's the first one done. Tapped in this side for a finger bolt and clearance hole in this side. I've got the vice stop in, so I can just put the other end in and know it'll be in the right position. So I'll just flip this round. Right, we've got the vice stop in. Just need to now drill out this one, same as the other end. Right, I'm just going to take a little bit off the surface just to create a flat spot so I can drill a 10mm hole through there. Right, over to the lathe and get that hole cleaned up, get the tap in the end, and I think we're done. Alright, there we go. That's the finished thing. It's bolted on the back. Double adjustable here. Sliding rod here, which can be raised or lowered. That's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. I would also appreciate it if you would click the subscribe button, because that will enable me to grow the channel so that I can keep making these videos. Please leave a comment or a question. I do read all of the comments and reply to as many as I can. Thanks for watching.